They were exiled because they turned away from God. Fast forward today, Israel was founded in 1948 as a political state, but that's not the same as biblical Israel.
Now, there is a section of the promises of God regarding the land that I have purposefully left off until now, and that is the return and restoration of the Jewish people to their land. It's promised in the Bible. Now, when we look at these passages, the restoration, which is the fourth aspect of the promises of God regarding the land, is that this restoration would also occur in two stages. The first stage is that they would be dwelling in the land, yet in unbelief. And then the second stage, as shown in Zechariah 12:10, is when Israel nationally accepts their Messiah, which occurs at the second coming of Christ. They see him, they look upon him whom they have pierced, and they mourn for him. And they trust him nationally as their Messiah. Listen to this. This is interesting. It says in Isaiah 11, verses 11 and 12, "And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people." This is interesting, because when this was written, the northern kingdom had gone into Assyrian captivity. The southern kingdom was about to go into captivity. God recovering them from these nations would be the first time. And yet Isaiah talks about here how that God would set his hand again the second time to recover his people. Except he doesn't mention Assyria and Babylon by themselves. Listen to what Isaiah says. "It shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which should be left from Assyria and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea." The islands of the sea is biblically representative of the Gentile nations, the far-off reaches of the world that hadn't even in that day been explored. He says that my people are going to be in all of these locations, and God is going to recover them the second time to do this. "And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together all the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth," which is a statement representative of the far reaches of the globe, on the other side of the planet. From all over the world, God is going to recover his people. For what purpose? To bring them back into the land. This is important. This is prophetic. This is biblical.